you can just play the audio for real. You don't have to.
Yep, we live.
Everybody with the kush back, I had it with my team. Was like a hustle out the church. Never thought that I could lead a tribe.
Hey.
I was coming through, lost my soul. Only thing that got me headed for the favorite mob guy. I can't trust nothing after that. Every time I left a lab, hit it toward pass it back. Similar like appetite in the trap. No comma, hustle on my life, but shit, the money never broke. It even tripping over dollars like I hear it at my whole house. All of this pots for the wrist, so I can stick it dug. All of this bands for the money, I can stick it up. Did a lot of play with my niggas and it didn't bust. So when I'm stuck in my ways, since it got me all.
Hey, hey.
All right.
That was crazy banging. Harmony House. L.
Get,
Burner. AC the Chemist. That's man, that was dope.
that's how we get it started.
Sir.
Speaking of gold teeth and gangster grills, my man Big Tone, Tony Two Guns in the building, Equity CMG Studios. The funny thing about it is me and Tone come from, music, entertainment background, and we used to go to clubs, and I mean, they would play that Bone Thugs. I mean, sometimes you could go to E. Feezy, my main man down in Miami, will play like a Bone record, and everybody just goes.
Still to this day, you know how many people got stomped out to, man. But when we was kids, man, your music just transcends everything. And still 30 years later, bro, you still holding it down. So, salute to you, man. Real talk.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all coming on. Once again, equity equals freedom. The objective of our podcast is to really talk about the behind the scenes part when it comes to the business side. A lot of people don't realize, as folks that have been in music for years, like yourself, L. Burner, Lazy Bone. So we're probably going to start off with you. Obviously, we got the man, the legend, Eazy-E on the wall. I've read your story many times over. I feel like everybody was related to a member of Bone when we were all growing up.
That's how we all got females. Like I was Bone cousin every time. Every time.
So take us through, like, when you started in the music business, like, what took you out to LA and how did you wind up falling in with Ruthless Records and Eazy-E and all that good stuff?
Well, it's like you said, it's actually more than a 30-year journey. It's 30 years of fame. You know what I mean? But the journey actually started like in junior high school when we all linked up. You know what I mean? When I met Crazy Bone in the 7th grade, and the thing was we wanted to MC, we wanted to sing, we wanted we wanted to bring happiness. Music made us happy, so that's what
Right.
we did. That's what we did for fun as teenagers. We got together, we threw house parties. I was actually in business for myself. I can say I truly started my promotion company back when I was in the 7th grade, because I was throwing house parties.
Man.
And I was in the 7th grade. I was selling hot dogs and uh, pop and potato chips and beer and charging $2 for niggas to get in. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
my mother allowed me to have these parties back in the days, which kind of set the path for my life. You know what I mean? So once I met Crazy Bone, we was all musically inclined. We started off as the Band-Aid Boys. You know, the Band-Aid Boys did our thing from 7th grade to 9th grade, and then they bust us over to Lincoln West, and K Chill ended up going to Glenville, so we went our separate ways. But me and K Chill linked back up, and he was working on an album called Chill Factor. So he was the first one to take me to a studio. You know what I mean? And then he let me hear myself rap on over a track. And
Right.
once I heard that, I knew what I was gonna do for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I started off as a promoter, promoting my own shows, dancing, doing kid and play, and all that. So by the time I was in the 11th grade, you know, it was like I was on my entrepreneurship back then, but of course, you know, we was selling drugs and, you know, trying to survive and trying to eat and all that. And you know, I had got shot in the head, man, and I was like, you
Damn.
know, we gotta leave Cleveland. So November 23rd, well, first of all, we put out an album called Faces of
Faces
Death
of death.
Faces of
Faces
Death.
of
I was gonna
death.
after
say.
we became, so we went from Band-Aid Boys to the Bone Enterprise, to Bone Thugs and Harmony. We left Cleveland November 23rd, 1993.
The original thugs. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so when we left there, all I had was music on my mind, and I wanted to be a rapper. You know what I mean? But at that time, I already had Mo Thug Records as well. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew it was gonna be more thugs, because I was, by me having those parties at the early age, I was surrounded by talented people. You know what
So
I mean?
so
So
so you incorporated Mothug Records well before we knew about it, which it was, you
if
know.
you look at the credits in Faces of Death, if anybody ever get that album and go back, you will see Mo Thug Records. I was shouting out my artists, Boogie Nike, Looney Lynn. You know
Oh
what I mean?
shit.
I had artists
You had
way
Nina.
back.
Remember you had Nina?
Nina, man, I had
Yeah.
little Nina Ross, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Like all I was surrounded by the talent, because my mother used to allow me to have these parties. She ain't want me in the streets. She was like, nigga, if you gonna party, you gonna do it here. So I started off promoting my own little house parties. Boom. Fast forward a couple years, I was 17, about to turn 18, just got out of school. I had dropped out in the 11th grade, got shot in the head, and I was like, I'm never selling dope again. And I convinced my niggas we leaving Cleveland, and we set out on them one-way bus tickets to LA, spent some time out here. Every day I'm calling Easy E office. Every day, calling the office. One day we rapped for Easy E over the phone. And he was like, I'm gonna work with y'all, boom, boom, boom. Gave us the spent the nigga type of shit. You know what I mean? So we found out he was doing a show in Cleveland, and we hustled back to Cleveland, opened up the show for him, because we had pulled through Kermit Henderson, which was
Oh yeah.
Dow's Rapper Creations back then.
Oh, Dow's Rapper Creation, man. I used to love that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, Dow's crap. Yeah, that's where we used to go, man. I met the Fat Boys down there. You know, he had all the stars coming through, so I was exposed to all that from working with him doing Faces of Death. He signed me to a contract. I was 16. It was a management contract, which I thought was a record contract.
Yeah,
First
I was gonna ask you about that.
yeah, first
'Cause
time I ever got fucked. You know what I mean? So
oh yeah.
from there I start reading all my contracts. because I got dead wrong. So by the time I met Eazy-E in 1990, the end of 1993, man, I'm trying to make a long story short to get to my entrepreneurship. But
you've been talking about it the whole time, brother. You talking about selling quarter waters when you're in the 7th grade. I mean,
it starts from the bottom.
Yeah, it's the essence of entrepreneurship. And the funny thing that you're talking about is, the last, we had Lenny B on here, and he they do the legal weed business now. But one of the things we were talking about is like a lot of us start out in that street, you know what I'm saying? Like that street hustle. So like when we get to like a legit business, like me, myself, I own a mortgage company now, you know what I'm saying? Like that came from that hustle, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, your story's crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, and I've been a long avid Bone fan for years. So, but yeah, you're telling us a story about entrepreneurship right now. This is great.
So I had got robbed. Kermit robbed us, man. You know what I mean? We did pretty well off Faces of Death, but I never seen no money off of that. So by the time I got with Eazy-E, I had already had the Poetic Hustlers, Graveyard Shift, Soldier Boy. You know what I mean? All them Too True, Trey. We was all running together doing talent shows, and I knew then that I wasn't just no rapper, you know what I mean? I knew that I needed to own my own company. So from the very beginning, I always wanted to be independent. You know what I mean? And by me getting that bogus contract, I start reading contracts and I start understanding the hearing tools and the within fours and all that little play language they put in there to confuse you. I was understanding that shit by the time I was 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? So when I negotiated the deal with Eazy-E, because Eazy-E pulled me to the side, he was like, man, I'm just telling you what I see. If you got these artists, I'm going to help you put them on. So Eazy-E flew all my people out to California. This even before we put out Thuggish Ruggish Bone. I was already working on Mo Thug records. You know what I'm saying? But with Eazy-E gave me the funds I needed to do that. So by the time Thuggish Ruggish came out, we left November 23rd, 1993. June 25th, 1994, Thuggish Ruggish Bone came out. So in that little 6-month period, we recorded 2 albums, a Mo Thug project. I had like 20 niggas out here living with me just before I knew how to budget and all that. So I was throwing the money all over the place, but I was investing in myself, not knowing that I was investing in myself. So I had
a question that I always wanted to ask you though. What made you sign Powder P? You remember Powder P? Look, Powder P. How'd you discover him? I always wanted to know because
we all know him. That's why.
Yeah, we all know him. And I was like, how did you get close enough to Lay to get signed? Like, do you remember him from Mo Thug?
Of course, I remember Powder P. We had he was on one of the biggest songs. That's Ghetto Cowboy.
Cowboy. I still play that.
Yeah, that shit was #1 for like 16 weeks or something. 18. I don't know how long it was. But I didn't discover Powder P. Crazy Bone did. Okay. He just popped up on Crazy Bone's doorstep one day like he wanted to rap, and Crazy Bone, had a good heart, listened to him, and was like, I could do something with this white boy. And because he get crazy, that was always my partner. My partner in rhyme was Crazy Bone. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if I didn't discover the talent, he did. But he found Powder P. You know what I mean? And they became close. Now, I really never was close with Powder P. He was a little. I wasn't close with him.
Yeah, we already know. I mean, so Tone and I's story goes, we both were born in East Cleveland. Tone lived in L.A. for a while. Excuse me, Oakland. Richmond, my bad. But we all, our folks obviously wanted to move on up to the east side, and our folks moved out to the suburbs. So I grew up in Twinsburg, and Tone was in Solon. So we actually see you a lot.
We see you all the time. Like that BP getting shells.
Yeah.
Beat the BP on sign. We used to go to school the next day like, oh, Lazy was buying shells. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we know Powder P.
He
wasn't like our best friend or nothing. So.
No,
yeah, I was moving through the city so heavy back then, man. I was famous, but I'm real regular. You know what I mean?
Yeah, by yourself, no security.
Because I wish a motherfucker would. But, I roll with the Lord. I keep him with me at all times, so I move like that. But everybody know my story of the music and the records we sold and all that. But I always wanted to be independent and own my own shit because I got taken so early. So, my publishing, we do our own publishing administration.
Okay.
Is this something that you teach your artists?
Say that again.
Is this something that you teach your artists also so they can be knowledgeable and independent about their contracts too?
Of course. So I don't sign my artists. I sign my artists' companies to me. I sign their labels. My sons, they got my sons signed to me, but they signed to me through their label, which is Bad Threat. So all my artists own 100% of their shit. You know what I mean? All they masters off the rip. I teach them to own all their things because you don't have to give it away in these days of the internet. I went through 26 years of recording for record companies and made them billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars, bro.
Legit.
With songs that's gonna last forever though. Your joints is gonna last forever. Like my kids know all about, you know what I'm saying? Like it's timeless. Your music is timeless.
So we gonna flip it on over. I mean, we could probably talk to El Berna for 3 hours straight about his, we already know. We're gonna come back to you, but we gotta give a shout out to my man HC the Chemist. That was his record we played at the beginning. Killing it. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? It had kind of like a old school flow, but you had my man from Florida in there, and that was dope. I loved it. So how did you connect with Lazy?
Man, it was like God's plan. Every time they would come to the Midwest, me and Lazy would just link up with each other some type of way, and it just kept happening for like a few years. And one day I never really came at him like I was an artist or anything like that. Sure. We just trying to just build like a bond. And then one day I was like, man, let me get your phone number, man. Let me get your email, man. I'm about to start sending you some beats. And then we just kind of started communicating via text and email. And, the brotherhood just kind of just was like built that way just because we kept running into each other. And every time I would get closer to getting with Bone, like I started off sending beats, and then it went from that to I might have got like a chorus on the song. Then it went from that to I might have got featured on the song with Lazy. Now I'm an artist on the song. Then it went from that to me having an opportunity to go on tour with him and Bone, and open up, do one song. Then it went from that to producing an album with Lazy. And then it went from that to him signing my company, signing me with the company, HC Global, me as an artist, as a producer, songwriter, just wearing 5 different hats. Then it went from that to me and Lazy doing a collaboration album together. Now it went from that to me sitting at the table with him in executive meetings. So you know, it's just like steps that just kept on happening from hard work and dedication.
So now, do you actually have like a direct deal with a label, or are you strictly working with Lazy like under his like Mo Thugs like imprint?
No, Harmony.
Right. Harmony, okay, yeah. I did shout out Harmony at the end.
I would say I have both. I'm Harmony House. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was Tupac. I'm not gonna lie, because I could barely see. I thought that was a picture of Pac. I was like, man, I like this dude, man. I thought it was a picture of Pac.
Oh, you talking about the shirt or the hat?
The hat. It looked like Pac. You know, when Pac was on the cover of what was that, Rolling Stones, and he was looking to the left. I thought that was that photo.
That's 2 H's for Harmony House with the Mo
Okay.
Thug. It's
And
the
then
house.
I see it now.
That exclusive.
That's dope.
So and so yeah, man. I am Harmony House. Legally. You know what I'm saying? We're doing business with Harmony House, and then I'm Mo Thugs because I've been Mo Thugs ever since I could remember.
Right. Now, I think the question that me and Tone have is, what was going through your head when y'all was on stage with 3 6 Mafia? Because I mean, everybody from Cleveland was tuned in, and we were watching that. Like, how did that feel? Just like going back to that nostalgic moment where it was like, because back in the day, you know what I'm saying, everybody was from Cleveland. We knew that they had beef, period, point blank.
I commend you, Lay, for
being an adult.
Yeah, for really buttoning it up. For real. Like, you really got in there and made sure both sides, everybody was cool, because you already know how it could have went.
Man, it almost went there too, but I was like, man, no, man, do you understand how big this stage is, how big this bag is? Like, man, I couldn't let that go that way. But you know what? Everything happened for a reason, and people got to see that I am always in the middle. I'm always breaking up the fights. I'm always the voice of reason. I'm diplomatic. I use diplomacy, and I knew something was gonna give, because we truly had real beef. I don't know where it came from, but niggas didn't like each other. You know what I mean? But over the years, we had patched that up, but we had never been that close together. So I was expecting something, you know what I mean? But it was nostalgia. I got a relationship with DJ Paul. That's my nigga. He send me beats all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what that was, but I guess we don't like ugly motherfuckers. But
I hate to bring it up. We don't do TMZ stuff here, but I'm just speaking from the heart of everybody from Cleveland. Like, everybody, we was all like, me and Tone used to be in the splats, ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
I could just see where that was going, and you was like, no, this ain't happening. We doing something better. I was like, oh man, that Lazy holding it down, because if you would, it could have went so bad for them fools so quickly. But I had a question for you, AC. Now I know you work with children, and you help kids, and you have programs for kids. Can you elaborate on that for a minute?
Well, I graduated from a charter high school called High School for Recording Arts, located in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it was a charter high school for at-risk youth, and it was sponsored by Prince and David Yellis. So you can do credit, you get credited, and you're able to get into the recording studio. Now they got $1 million studios, so it ain't just no basement studio. This is a charter high school with $1 million studio in it. So when I went there, I was hooping and everything in my other high school, man. One of my homies took me there. I walked up in there, I'm like, you mean to tell me all I gotta do is just do a couple little packets and I get to go up in here? It was like, yeah, that's it, bro. And I ended up leaving the other high school, man. They thought I had died because I ain't never show back up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I know where I'm finna be at. So
you said, I'm sorry, where's the school at that you're referencing?
This is in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay, got you. All right, yeah. That's why I figured you said Prince. I was like, oh, this was not in Cleveland, Ohio.
No, I'm from Minnesota, born in Indiana. Okay. From Minnesota.
All right, that's what's up.
As well. So I went through the high school for recording arts, man. I graduated in 2000 and then working there for 8 years, teaching and giving back to the youth, teaching music production. And I was doing that. I was able to develop an organization, a nonprofit called CREAM, Community Recording, Education, and Music. And so I was just giving back, and then I did that for a good 10 years, and then that's when I jumped on the road with Bone. After producing a track called "What Have We Done," which feature all 5 Bone members, and you can rarely get a producer that can say that, like, yo, I got all 5 members on my track.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, what I mean, is Flesh still? Are y'all still touring with Flesh, or is that
Flesh.
he was there? I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
But
wasn't there.
Flesh is my oldest brother. You know what I
I
mean?
never
So
knew that either.
yeah, it's a family thing. That's Stanley House. I'm Steven House. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course we touring with Flesh, me, Flesh, Crazy, and Wishes on the road all the time. Busy come in as he want to. It's a revolving door. So, you know, sometimes you'll get all 5, but mainly it's us 4 moving around. So yeah, Flesh and Bone is always, you know, he did his time and came home and got his life all the way back on track. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I didn't
Flesh.
even know it was locked up.
2009, we've been back on the road with Flesh.
That's what's up. So, are you all individually signed to different labels, or are you like all independent now, or is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to like figure that like business piece out. Like, is everybody kind of have their own label deal, or like how's it? Because I remember I was at the Ozone Awards in like Houston, and Busy Bone was there, but I think he was with Asylum back in the day. I can't remember what label he was with, or
Yeah,
Capitol Records.
it might have been Asylum at that time, but
Okay,
we all partners in Bone Thugs and Harmony. We all it's 5 of us, so we all
sure.
one. It's it's a 20% partnership split down the middle 5 ways as Bone Thugs and Harmony. Now, as Bone Thugs and Harmony is the root, the tree, the seed that went first. From Bone Thugs and Harmony, you got Mo Thug Records, which was the first subsidiary company that we had
Right.
that I owned, that came from there. Then Harmony House was my second company. So Bone Thugs and Harmony started growing branches. I think I always use the analogy as a tree. We planted the seeds as Bone Thugs and Harmony. So once we really start getting into it and getting into our solo aspirations, we all form corporations for ourselves, which
Right.
is subsidiaries of Bone Thugs and Harmony. So I got 2 companies that's subsidiaries of Bone Thugs and Harmony. Harmony House and Mo Thug, Crazy Bone and Wish got the Life Entertainment, Flesh got Flesh and Bone Global, and Busy got 7 Sign. So through those companies, we work with different artists, but it's all branches from Bone Thugs and Harmony Records. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
Have you guys ever thought about re-recording your earlier works to control the narrative and own 100% of everything?
Yeah, that was a wild thing I've seen.
absolutely, you know, we did already, but we at the juncture right now, being at 30 years, you know what I mean? All our masters are reverting back to us now. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's what it do.
So now that we own in our masters, like East 1999, Creeping on to Come Up, what was after that? Art of War. Those came back already. Now it's about three more albums over the next 3-4 years that'll revert back to Bone Thugs and Harmony. So we own all our masters, which I started like once the masters start coming back, you know, and we also re-recorded the music as well because we was gonna do the Bone Thugs and Harmony biopic, and I realized that we needed our music, so we started re-recording it. But we was like, you know what, we gonna wait and get all our music back, and I started my own film company, which is Harmony House Films, and that's what, you know, once we get all our music back, which is in the next 2 to 3 years now, that's when we put the movie out. So I got the publishing company, I got the movie company, I got the entertainment company for the music. Man, I got my own book publishing company because, you know, I plan on putting out book. I got book support. I got poetry that I write. So I start off everything with my own works, and then I'm looking into signing different, you know, authors for my book company. I'm looking for books to publish. So I'm doing the whole thing, everything behind the scene. I got my own management company, Harmony House Management. You know, my kids is of age now. They doing music, so I'm managing them. I'm managing their companies, making sure that everybody is incorporated and owning everything, and you know, going into the business right, because we all, like, I started off in the show business as the show. And
Right.
over the years, I learned that the business was much more important than my show was. You
Right.
know what I mean? So now that we have total ownership over everything, you know, all our trademarks, I own all the Bone Thugs and Harmony trademarks. I got it all back. You know, flesh print up the all our merchandise. So we own our own merchandise company with all our pressing machines, and everything is in house. Everything you think entertainment, we own all our shit now. It took us 25 years to get everything back
Yeah,
because
it's a marathon. It's a marathon. Ain't no sprint. So, yeah, I salute that.
it took a while, but we had to go through it to get to it. So now that we own and everything, like HC Global, he my partner. He signed to Harmony House, but HC Global was signed to Harmony House as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a partnership. It's not like he my artist, he my partner. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So as partners, everybody all my artists are entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? Like,
So, do you provide distribution? Do they just directly through you, like so for any of your artists or any of your the companies that you partner with? So
like
they just it's like one stop shop. They ain't got to worry about nothing else. They just you handle all of that for them.
I go get their distribution deals. You know, if they want to release it, if they feel they want to be independent and put it out through TuneCore or DistroKid or whatnot.
Hmm.
What I do, I come in as I give them a marketing plan and a promotional plan, so that, you know, for whatever their independent project is, I can go get them a deal as distribution, which which is what I recommend for my artists. You know what I mean? To stay, no, we don't sign as artists. We sign as the
Oh,
corporation sign to, our corporations are partnered up. Put it
Right.
out. That's the best way I could describe it right now. As I sign partners, I don't sign artists. So HC
Yeah.
is my partner in pub and producing, my partner in shit in
wow.
merchandise. Everything he got going on, I invest in. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I get my little piece of what I put in. You know what I mean? My investment, I get my investment back, but he own his situation. I might charge him 10% if he put an album out
Right.
Hmm.
through Harmony House. You know what I mean? But he own his masters and everything. So our whole thing is ownership, and and giving back to the community. Rest in peace to my cousin Rob J. We started this organization called Hood, which the acronym is helping others overcome differences.
Okay.
So just reaching back to the youth, trying to create different music programs with HC that teach these kids how to manage their money, how to treat their finances, once they get it, and just trying to put a, a coalition around the younger generation, so that they don't just piss their shit off, so they can go on and invest in different things if they want to do real estate or whatever
Yes.
their ambitions are. Like, my
Yeah.
kids got their own clothing line. They pretty well with it. It's called Bad Threat. So, by me having my merchandise company allowed them to go make a deal with whoever they partner with. I let them tell their story, but they got partners in the game now through different avenues that I locked in by me just owning my own situation. So
Yeah, I feel like you're giving millions of dollars worth of game, and as somebody that,
Flat out.
I mean, wow.
You leaving your artist in a better position than they was. You're not just trying to take. You know what I mean? You're trying to give.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it's all about, man. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Because a lot of people like talk about like, oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, but they won't like lay it out like you just did. You know what I'm saying? And like that is the essence of this podcast. Like we're trying to teach people like there's a million ways to get it. Choose one. You've already highlighted. You know, you talking about. I mean, probably 15, 20 businesses.
How many
here.
record owners, record label don't don't grab publishing?
Right.
For you to purposely say, hey, bro, here's your publishing. You know, keep your publishing. This is what we building for equity in the future. And
Right.
that I mean, that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it don't happen because you know off rip, since you've been in the game long enough, you know that publishing, that's where that money come from. You know, 15 years from now, when they do making a commercial out your hit, you know what I mean? Like that publishing counts. So for you to be like, no, bro, here's your publishing. I'm gonna set you up so that you are in a better position. No matter what you want to do, it's a joint venture and whatever you want to do, I got you. Man, that's unheard of, bro.
Yeah, I had a client that I wrote a mortgage for that he wrote a hit back in 2009, and his residuals for that was a few $100,000. I mean, so like I can only imagine.
And that's been my whole mission is to show them the ownership in it, because I had to fight so fucking hard to get my shit back, man. It was like it's ridiculous. I'm still fighting to this day. You know what I mean? You know, I get checks from Crossroads and all that. Those residuals never stop. You know what I mean? So I explain that to the artists. Like, even when you recording the song, I get in their ear and say, now, make sure you do this shit like extremely well, because it's gonna last forever. These the songs you're gonna be singing your whole career. So they going into it knowing that what you writing, your publishing, you can go get a publishing deal, but I suggest you don't. Like right now, I can go get a publishing deal worth millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. But why would I sell my publishing or anything out of my catalog when it's priceless? I could pass it down generational.
Yeah.
If you ever get into buying, you can lease that shit. You don't sell your publishing. You know what I mean? So I've been giving them game like that because
I've never heard of that. I did not know
I've never heard of that either.
You can lease your publishing?
you can lease your publishing, man. Like you lease, like you buy a house, like you got a mortgage company, right? So you buy the house, right? Boom, that's your house. So now it's your house. You could do it. You could live in that motherfucker and just live in it, or you can lease it out and let it make money for you. Same thing is like, it's like doing a license, like leasing your house out is like doing a licensing deal with your music. You know what I mean? Like a commercial, McDonald's want to use Crossroads in a commercial, so I lease it to them, which is in music is licensing.
Right.
Me licensing my music to them. So that's why ownership is so important, because when I tell you I'll be upset that Sony sitting over there with $1 billion of my money, and then they try to throw me to the curb. But I always knew, like, my plot was against the record company. Like, you gave me 12% of $1, nigga. You gave me 12 cents on $1 that we had to split 5 ways. You know what I mean? And advance me all this money and charge me back for it. You know, so I started off in the hole. I had to get out of that hole, which I would never allow my artists to get into. You know what I'm saying? So when the internet came, it was like I always knew that I wanted to shut the record company down. There's no such thing as a record company anymore. It's not even records. Everything is digital. You know what I mean? So when the internet came and we was just getting out of our contracts, I've been independent ever since. You know, like now, like how we talking now. We reaching the whole world right now. We all in different states talking like this. You know what I mean? And that's the power of the internet. HC can release his own music through Harmony House, own his masters. My sons they could do whatever they want to do with their music because they own it. A record company, like, the difference between me and a record company is I will never own their masters. You know what I mean? Now they can license them to me, and I can go get them certain deals and put their music in different placements. You know what I mean? They can hire me for those type of things, but I always encourage them to own their own shit. This my nigga, come here, Dice. This one of my artists right here, right?
Salute. What's up? What's up? What's up?
He
What's
from
going
What
on,
up,
young man?
Dice? What's going on,
he's
bro?
from New York, Queens, right? So Dice is my artist, but I didn't sign Dice. I signed his entertainment company, which is Very Rich Entertainment. So he put out his music out. He could publish his videos, and all we do is sit down and strategize on what's the best marketing and promotional plan to get his shit as far as across the internet as we can. And this tool right here helped us to shut the goddamn record company down. So
Down,
now
yeah.
we full-blown entertainment companies, if that makes sense.
I'm buying 10,000 copies of your first book because, like, I mean, I hope we get like 10 million downloads of this because, like, this is the stuff like behind scenes. Like, people come to me all the time because I worked in entertainment. I work for Ozone. This is 50. Like, I work with artists, labels, blah, blah, blah. And people are like, give me signed, put me on all this. Like, and I can't have these conversations with them, like, like for you to be an artist and explain it is just like, I mean,
Yeah, because you've been there and did that. So
Right.
you give them the blueprint, and they gotta respect it because you walked it. You ain't just talking. You're not just, you know how you be these vultures coming into the culture, just take. But you didn't walk the path, so it's like,
It's like this. You can give a man a plate of fish and let him eat.
right. Teach him
Season
how to
that
fish.
shit up,
Yeah.
make it all good and tasty for him. Or you
Yeah.
could be like, nigga, take this fishing pole, go over to that lake and catch as many motherfucking fish as you want to catch.
And that nigga
And
still
you
ain't
can
gonna put the
season
obey
it
on
the
that
way you want to season it. You know what I'm saying? So
motherfucker.
that's all it is. Like, cause I'm steady being an artist too. So I'm doing my thing. I don't need nothing for them. So I require them to put the motherfucking work in. I
Yeah,
got
you
what I
hustle.
got because I've been grinding all these years. You know
Right.
what I
Still
mean?
grind.
So if he do the same thing, when he look up and he 47 years old, he probably gonna be triple times more rich than I am. You know what I'm saying? Because he started, I gave him the game. He didn't have to start behind the black ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing, is putting my people in position to really, 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 understand what ownership of your brand is. Every
Right.
aspect of a brand, they own they shit. And nobody never did it. And I'm gonna go down in history when y'all check me out in 5 years and I'm sitting around 30, 40 millionaires that became millionaires because of me. That's all the reward I need. I don't need their
I ain't
money.
gonna have to check it out, and I'm gonna be in the room with you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right in the room with you, sir.
Yeah, y'all already know. Everybody on first of all, both of your artists, any of your artists, anytime they come through Equity CMG Studios or come to my mortgage company, like, y'all are more than welcome to coming here and just, I mean, if anything, just
We pulling up, man. We gonna hold you to that. We coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
young man,
Anytime.
I was just in New York. You know, listen, I love New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a second home to me. Working in music and entertainment for so many years, like, I just always got so much love when I was in New York. You know what I'm saying? But I really appreciate, I mean, just the game on here, and I really do hope that artists take it and really apply it as, I mean, an artist that recorded with Tupac and Biggie on the same double album.
And,
Like,
but killed them. It wasn't like, that's the thing. That's why people don't understand. Like, y'all had a track with Big, you had a track with Pop, but y'all murdered the track still.
yes.
Right.
How do you do that? Like,
Yeah, how do you do that with some juggernauts? But that's just the area y'all come from. Hey, Lay, man, I hope that in the future, man, anytime you want to come back, man, and drop game on us, man, I hope you just, do that. Just
Yeah,
come
man,
through.
I got so much that I want to share. I know we was very vague with the conversations, but it's so much, it's
Not
in-depth
really.
detail that I have to share with y'all. I would love to come back and be very specific about things that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I could walk you through certain projects and I could show these artists, you know what I mean? Like, to never use your name, and always you need to be a corporation. This man a corporation. He got a name that the government gave him, but he ain't gonna use that motherfucker to cash no check.
Ever.
Right.
Shout out to Very Rich ENT.
Yeah, if y'all buy real estate, it's a business. Don't, I mean, what Lazy's talk about, put that in an LLC as well, so you can't get sued over some crazy shit.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Throw your show, have fun, live your life, but understand that this shit is a business first. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm bringing to the table, and that's what I'm hanging my hat on. That this next slew of artists, HC the Chemist, Dice, Stevie Stevon, Trinity, Sequoia Winner, all these artists that I'm working with now, Havoc, Rocky Rock, all these young niggas I'm running with is young businessmen.
Combine all of their albums times 20.
Right. I required him to work, and I ain't know, I don't slack. I don't know what the fuck my name Lazy Bone for, because it ain't a lazy bone in my motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying? It's really Lazy Bone because it rhymed with Crazy Bone. That's all really, you know.
But the fact that as a team, before y'all show that y'all pray and y'all really mean it, it ain't no. It was just like everything stopped, bro. I done been around artists, around people all the time, but the fact that y'all still, after all these years, come together and pray as family, you know what I mean? Like, that was real, bro. Like, that was beyond what anything that I seen before. And I just think, you know, that right there is a great starting block on all the success that you done had, and all the success that's soon to come for you know what I mean, with your companies and your artists, bro. So once again, like I say, I salute you. And do you have any links to the future projects and the new projects and the current projects that people can go to?
Man, follow me on Instagram. I'm the Real Lazy Bone on Instagram. My Facebook is the Official Lazy Bone. They all registered and verified. Also, my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel was Harmony House ENT.
Official.
What is it, HC?
Official Harmony House ENT.
Official Harmony House ENT. You know, through those links right there, you can find everything, man. The Harmony House ENT.com, the website. I'm revamping that right now. You know, I got the store, the Lazy Gear store. You can get any merchandise, anything you want. Go to lazygear.com. It's www.lazygear.com for all the merchandise and all that type of stuff. But if you follow me, man, I stay sharing links to everything that I'm doing. All my artists are linked to my links. So if you follow me, you can get a hold of them, you know, and man, we just working. And I wanted to comment on that prayer thing you said. Like, that's the other most important thing. You know what I mean? In my opinion, is to keep God first, your higher power.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be humble with this shit. You can't be, you know, that arrogance is them fly by night niggas. You know what I'm saying? You stay humble with it and keep God first. He gonna keep you energized. He gonna keep you intuitive and hungry for knowledge. So that's what we doing, man.
Not to get off subject, but I want to do a bag check real quick for everybody who out there who put things in the air. What strain is you messing with right now? What is Lazy's favorite strain?
Well,
we do like smoke.
Let them know what you're smoking right now, Lay.
Oh, right now, man, I'm on that Crazy Bone, man. That Leaves of Legend, man. Yeah, I'm on that Leaves of Legend. I get that for free.
Leaves of Legend. Oh, I'm on it. I gotta find it. I gotta get it.
And also my little nephew Dizzy, that got that Dizzy OG. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also got a strain. We got a Bone Thugs and Harmony strain. It's taking a while because we really developing it, and yeah, we got a few things going on with these strains too. So now that
I already know
that marijuana business is wide open these days, y'all could, like, you know, the whole L Burner strain is finna go down and all that. So That's one of my future endeavors that I'm not rushing in. Everybody want me to sign a little deal to take a little money. No, I'm buying the farm. I'm planting my own seeds. I'm growing my own shit. I'm rolling my own shit. I'm smoking my own shit. All that. I want it all, man. It's ownership is everything.
Everything, bro.
So HC, you got to shout out the links and all that good stuff that with what you got popping and the merch. Like, we want to know everything. I mean, you know, Lazy started talking about some like in-depth business stuff and we could not go over it, but we also want them to know like you are on here as well for the same reason, because we want you to shout your hustle out. That's the whole premise of equity equals freedom. So just shout us out, you know, what you got going on and all the links and all that good stuff.
First of all, I want to start off by saying salute to Harmony House and Lazy Bone. Y'all make sure y'all go cop the new album, Eyes on the Prize. HD Chemist and Lazy Bone is on all streaming platforms right now. It's in stores right now. Go check out the music videos. We've been releasing about 6-7 videos. We got the documentary coming up. That's going to be up on the Harmony House Films. It's going to eventually end up. I've even gotten a movie script from Lazy. There's a couple big names up in that movie script.
Yeah, I'm trying to help y'all with that.
I need to talk about my movie scripts. I'm writing them too.
Yes, that is genius.
Shout your shit out though, nigga. Go on, let them know how you get down.
Get your money, man. That's why you here.
Oh man, you know, man, y'all can reach me on Instagram at HD the Chemist 2.0. I'm on official Harmony House. All my music is over there for the label. We got you can reach me at hdthechemist.com if you're looking for beats. Me and Lazy just partnered up on a new beat store called MTH Beats, which is Mo Thugs and Harmony Beats. So y'all can check that out. That's Beats with a Z. And
and that's where you do you sell the beats there? Or is that for like up and coming producers that want to upload their music, or?
We doing an advertisement deal with other producers, but as well as it's basically for artists with independent budgets. So if you're an artist with an independent budget and you can't really just go spend $1,000 to $15,000 for a beat, you can just go on there, go release a couple tracks, get your catalog up. But you know, we got some beats up there too that you gotta call that number and say, hey, I'm liking this one track. What can we work out with this? You know, but it's based around trying to help out independent artists though.
Yeah, and Lazy, the young man in the background. Tell them to give us again. We want y'all to get paid, baby.
Dice.
Money.
What's up, man? It's Very Rich Dice, Maybach Dice. You can follow me on Instagram at VeryRich_Dice. Like AC was just saying, we got our music at Harmony House Entertainment. You could go on YouTube. My YouTube is Maybach Dice as well.
New video.
Yeah, I just dropped a new video. You can go check that out. It's called Real Niggas. You know, we working, man. We just going hard. We working. I got my album I'm working on also that and I ain't even tell y'all, Lay directed my last video. That shit about to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm directing too.
You directing too?
I was gonna say, man, you got enough hats yet, bro? Like,
nope. I need some more hats.
I love it. That's how I felt about this podcast. I was like,
let me introduce y'all to this other little cat right here. This is my son, Junior.
Steven, how y'all doing?
What's up, young man?
What's up?
Tell them your Instagram.
My Instagram is Steven House Jr. Instagram. Y'all can follow me on YouTube too. Subscribe to YouTube at Steven House. I'm everywhere. Steven House on Apple Music, iTunes, everywhere.
Fire.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He got like 4 new videos out too. Yeah. And my other son, so they got the clothing company called Bad Threat.
Yes, sir.
What's that? Badthreat.com?
Badthreat.com, yeah.
Bad Threat, BADTHREAT.com. So yeah, they
y'all carry big sizes.
You got some big boys in here.
You got some big sizes.
Oh yeah, we got all the sizes. We especially run big.
Yeah, that's all niggas back, bringing the 90s back.
Let me know. I'll do something ASAP.
I should have known better, man. They from Cleveland, man. We don't do that tight, skinny jeans shit.
Nah.
That hoochie daddy shit.
Hoochie daddy.
It was nice meeting y'all.
shit.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm just in the lab working, man. These little cats we got, and also I wanted to mention I got a compilation coming out called "Welcome to the House." Welcome to the House is coming out, and that's gonna be all my artists, and it's in the tradition of how I used to do the Mo Thug albums, but this time, damn near everybody on the label last name is House.
Okay.
You know, with the exception of Dice and HC and a couple other cats, you know what I mean? But it's all family, man, like kids that I done raised over the years, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I raised all these children, man, and they
Damn near raised us when you was out solo and we was
everybody.
wilding the fuck out, and you was like, you know, you was just so cool, like.
Man, I'm sure you don't remember this story, bro, but you was in the flats and you had, and it was an after party after a club, and you was like, y'all come follow me. And so you had a whole car, everybody in the flats. This is when the flats used to be jumping. Everybody in the flats was behind you in the car, and my homie, dumb as hell, pulled up to you because he was like your number one fan and started bumping Thuggish Ruckkus Bone. And he stopped the whole line. And your niggas got out of the car like, hey, what's happening? And you was like, nah, these little niggas cool. We was in high school. You was like, nah, them little niggas cool. So your dudes put the pipe up and got back in the whip, and we just followed you. But we couldn't even get in the party. We was too young. But I just remember that because you told your niggas to relax. These niggas they just having fun. When you could have took it the other way.
Yeah, you know what? But that's the story of my life, man. I got people that come to me, they be like, man, I met you 15, 20 years ago. Like, you was cool as fuck, nigga. You told me this and told me that, and you changed my life. And I be like, I said that to you, man.
Sure did. You definitely have.
But I've been dropping jewels the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
you told me to go rap, my nigga. Back to me. I asked you, I was like, nigga, I rap. Well, can you help me? He was like, if you rap, nigga, then go rap. And I was like, damn. And then that's when I went and start going to rap, and my life changed.
Hey, I remember one time I was with Lazy. We was in Cleveland, man. I swear to God, man, I seen the brother, man, jump out on us, man, and kiss the ground.
Oh yeah,
they don't remember that, do you?
Man, you know what, man? You know what? 20 some years of fame, boy. I don't know what I haven't seen. You know what I mean? But I'm appreciative. I'm grateful, man. And my whole thing is I'm trying to leave the world a better place than what I came from. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas know how Cleveland is. That shit rough, man. It's rough, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the mentality. So now I'm coming back with my hood organization. I'm finna change the world in Cleveland, man. Like, I'm really just getting started. Like, that first half was music driven. Now I'm finna drop me a couple schools in this world. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put some libraries. You can go cafes for kids to go to do their homework. I'm finna do a lot of things that I always wanted to do. That's now that God blessed me to live this long, I really get to do this thing, man. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm happy to be able to just tell my story, man, because that long, hard road, if I can make it better for anybody, I'm going to do that. And my whole thing is teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. That's why Bone will never break.
You got them acronyms on long line. I'm about to, I appreciate your time, though, OG. Real talk.
Yeah, this is the energy. I mean, this energy is what I needed. Like, just being in real estate and stuff like that, but my heart still being in music. Like, this interview was just great, and we appreciate your presence, Lazy, as well as HC. Like, we're here to support you and all your artists, and like I said, anytime y'all come through Equity CMG Studios, like, y'all can rap, do whatever you need. I mean, anytime you in Cleveland, HC, you don't gotta worry about nothing, brother. It's
already
me and Tone, or I mean,
flat out.
We're still out there. Like, people know
call me. You know, I'm a notary, Harmony House, headhunter. So whatever the fuck, call me. Whatever it is about, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Williams, man, TPT for helping put this together.
Y'all see, I'm repping this shit right here.
Love it. The throwback.
Man, always.
Cleveland is the city. I might live in California because my business out here, but trust me, I only came out this way really to bring it home in a real way. So as I strive to get into this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and get that 99 Street sign turned into Bone Thugs and Harmony way, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna also put a hip hop, not the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but a hip hop Hall of Fame in Cleveland too, which I aspire to put on 99th. And that's gonna bring so much money to my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Motown. Y'all was the first ones. I mean, y'all that was it. It was Bone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you got MC Chill and like some of those guys that like they were like, but like Bone like went multi platinum.
It was music before Bone. It was music after Bone.
Shout out to MC Chill though, because he laid the stones for me.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
one
I'm
of our
saying?
brothers. Good guy.
Yeah, man, Lynn Tolliver, all them niggas, man. Like them niggas was really, you know, Rude Boys, Levert, all them, man. You know what I mean?
Brains.
Joe Little, all them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they laid it down. They showed me we can get famous in Cleveland, you know, from Cleveland. So I tip my hat to all them because if I wasn't inspired by them, I probably just would have sold dope and been happy with that. But seeing what they did inspired me. So I'm here to inspire. If I can't inspire you, then I don't want your energy around me, period.
Yeah. Young man, y'all hear all that. Like you got, you know, we got 5, 6, 7 very, you know, productive, positive black males. You know what I'm saying? I'm mixed, you know, I'm light skinned, team light skinned, but you know what I'm saying? Like we all came out of the struggle and we all turned it into something positive. You do not have to go the negative route. You know what I'm saying? We were literally telling you like, hey, we sold this or we did this, but out of that's entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? And that's what like a lot of people overlook. Like I said, I know people that had financial planning degrees that got into the weed business, and it blows my mind because I just look at all these young men that went to prison over selling weed, being an entrepreneur. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the positivity, like you bring, like, I mean, I can't speak highly enough of you, bro. Like it's still, you've been the same way as long as I've, like, when I met you at Derry Martin Solon when I was like 15 and I was an idiot kid, you've been the same way, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to school the young men, and here we are, you know what I'm saying?
You gave us the soundtrack for all the bullshit we did, so thank you for that.
Yes.
You gave us the soundtrack. You gave us the soundtrack growing up. That was the soundtrack to our lives, was keeping on the come up. I don't give a fuck. Nobody say we was in the mirror trying to read the back of the CD, everything. Like it was. I'm talking about. I used to go pick kids up from Canton, Ohio, and drive them up to East 99 for $50. Take them on a field trip to see. They like, is Bone outside? I'm like, yeah, give me your money. Come see me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all that, bro.
Man, and I'm proud of what y'all doing too, man, because you gotta have your equity in this game, man. You know what I mean? Like, so y'all keep doing y'all thing. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. God willing, we gonna meet up and we gonna make some differences together and keep these youth on the right path, man, because that's what we didn't have. We didn't have the mentorship. Now we able to give that back because we pushed through it. You got to go through it to get to it. If a nigga is strong and bold enough to put his first foot forward, the other one will follow. Believe that.
All right, gentlemen, we ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, man. It's most invigorating.
Salute y'all.
Like,
salute y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all.
I see you, big bro.
Yeah, y'all see. I'm at the crib chilling. These niggas about to get in my pool, man. Oh, J-Bone in that house. I'm doing the
where J House at?
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up. Equity Equals Freedom Podcast.
J-Bone, what up?
There he is.
What's happening?
What up with you?
Just chilling, man. Just chilling. Yeah, that's little J House, man. That's one entrepreneur. He into his trading and what you do, man?
I trade in the Forex market, man.
He trade in the Forex market.
Oh, I need to know something about that.
I don't have to bring him on here.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, little nigga smart, man. That's my oldest son right there. What's up, Nick? So I'm outside, y'all. I love y'all, man. I appreciate the interview. I hope I was
Much
able to
love.
inspire somebody. See if
Oh,
that
you
pool
did.
will inspire somebody.
Hey, yeah.
Get you one of them niggas.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way, OJ. He said, about to get a plane
Already,
ticket
man.
down.
Hey, peace and love, man.
Peace
All
and
right,
love,
brother.
AC.
Love, y'all.
That was a great interview,
That
bro.
was the end.